Ever since Trudeau's downfall, things have been going haywire in Canada. One minute students were packing their bags to go to Canada, and the next minute there were study caps, rejected visas, and rules that are changing faster than Delhi's weather. A lot has happened, and in this video, I'll quickly walk you through all the latest changes. From student permit caps to new PGWP rules, tougher financial checks, and even how Harvard is stepping in to help students blocked by US visas. If you are a student who's planning to study in Canada, then this video is for you. I love data. It resolves misinformation. Let's talk to experts, analyze news, and smartly plan your study abroad journey. Hello aspirants, welcome to Videshi Chai. First, study permit caps. Canada is controlling the number of new international students. For 2025, the federal government will cap study permits at 4.37 lakhs, which is about 10% fewer than 2024. Remember, last year's cap cut the new student arrivals by nearly 40% to help ease housing and service shortages. Under this system, most students now need a provincial or territorial attestation letter, PAL or TAL, to apply. This includes masters and doctoral students too. However, a few groups are still exempt from the letter requirement. For example, exchange students and certain priority applicants. In short, it is always ideal to plan your application early and make sure you get any required PAL or TAL from the chosen province or territory. Harvard University and the University of Toronto are coming together to allow select Harvard graduate students to continue their studies in Canada if US visa restrictions prevent them from re-entering the United States. Though it might not sound that useful for non-Harvard students, it is still a massive move. This move shows how seriously institutions are taking the US visa uncertainty and how there is a scope for future collaborations. It also shows how quietly Canada is becoming a plan A, overcoming its previous shortfalls. PGWP changes. Canada's post-study work permit or PGWP is a golden ticket. It lets you stay and work in Canada after graduation. Canada just updated the list of eligible programs. 119 new courses were added, especially in fields like healthcare, skilled trades, and early childhood education. On the other hand, it also removed 178 programs from eligibility. So, if you are taking a course below the bachelor's level, like a diploma or PG certificate, then you must double check if your program still qualifies for PGWP. This update applies if your study permit application is filed after November 1st, 2024. So, current students, breathe easy, you're safe. But future intakes, please don't just rely on the college brochure. Check the IRCC's list yourself. Finances. Canada also tightened financial rules for students. Starting January 1st, 2024, the required proof of funds nearly doubled. A single student now must show about $20,000 in living expenses, which is 75% of Canada's low-income cutoff. This amount is in addition to the tuition and travel costs. Earlier, it was around $10,000, so double the money, same student. And they're adjusting this yearly based on inflation. The government did this so that international students arrive with enough money to cover rent, food, and other needs. They will update this figure each year with the new cost of living data. The takeaway, when you apply, make sure your bank statements reflect these new amounts so you meet the updated requirements. Part-time work. Finally, some good news. Students can now work 24 hours per week during regular semesters. That's up from the old 20-hour rule. Though it might not sound like much, our alums tell us that those extra 4 hours can help with groceries, rent, or even a good night out with friends. But you should remember that it only applies if your study permit says so and you are enrolled full-time. During breaks, you can still work unlimited hours. Fewer Indian students, more US applicants. Now this one's interesting. Applications from Indian students are down massively this year. Some say it's because of high rejection rates. Others say it's because of the new rules. At the same time, more US students are applying to Canadian universities, especially with all the political drama in the States. It just goes to show how the landscape is shifting. Canada is getting choosier. So your SOP, your finances, your program choice, all of it matters more than ever. No more ghost students. And finally, IRCC is cracking down on what they're calling ghost students. Basically, people who get the visa, land in Canada, and then just disappear. They don't join classes and don't show up. In 2024 alone, they flagged over 50,000 such cases, and more than 19,000 were from India. So now, colleges that can't verify if a student actually joined might lose their right to host international students. Now that's a huge deal for a lot of universities. So I request all our students to take this seriously. Attend classes, stay compliant, as IRCC is watching. I won't sugarcoat it, but Canada is not the same easy destination it was, let's say, 3 years ago. But it's not closing its doors. What we are seeing now is a country trying to fix a broken system. And if you are the kind of student who is clear-headed, well-prepared, and thinking long-term, this system is built for you. So don't panic and give up. The door is open for those who want to pursue it. If this video helped you even a little, do me a favor. Share this with that one confused friend and subscribe for more no-nonsense updates.